G'day everyone, welcome back to another EMO video. So today what we've got is EMO 1 and EMO 2 sitting around and helping us explain stuff. So what we're going to be doing today is actually showing you and explaining to you how the flame and flower interactions work. Now this is a new interaction which has been recently released in the latest firmware version of 1.60. Okay, so make sure that you have that installed first before you go any further. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you how everything works with, but of course, EMO 1 who's sitting on a skateboard and EMO 2 who is not sitting on the skateboard. Now just remember, this flame and flower interaction will work either way. Okay, so you can have them off or on their skateboard. So let's start with the flower. Now with the flower animation and interaction, you all you've got to do is you've got to pat or give EMO a compliment. Okay, so a compliment is something nice, of course, as you would know, and I'll be explaining this right now. So for example, let's start with a compliment. EMO, you are cool. Okay, so as you can see, the little flower animation, what I'll do is I'll bring up EMO 2 here right on the screen, you can see. Okay, so you can see there's a little flower animation there, okay? So that is basically what we're going to be discussing right now. So with this flower, now this will appear on the screen for a total of 2 minutes, okay? So this little flower there will appear on the screen for a total of 2 minutes. If you do nothing, okay, completely nothing for 2 minutes, you don't talk to, or you don't actually give EMO a pat, or you don't give him a compliment, that flower will drop off on its own, okay? Now, that's one thing you've got to note and you've got to remember. So to do this animation and also to get to the reward animation towards the end, once you get 3, as I'm gonna get to in a second, you need to get 3 of these little flowers and you get a reward animation, okay? Now, basically, you need to make sure that you have to do this within a certain amount of time, as pretty much what I've just said. So within 2 minutes, this flower will drop off. So if I want, what I can do is let's give both of them a pat once they've finished thinking. Okay. Okay, now this is going to be the second flower. Okay, now you can pat them both on their, there you go, here's the second one. Okay, and EMO over there in the back. There he is. Now he's a little bit slow at the moment. Okay, so as you can see, you can do the patting, okay, you can do patting on the skateboard and off the skateboard, okay? So as well, you can give the voice command for a good compliment, and that's when you'll get to the next flower. So for example, let me explain something. If you basically do something different from the flower, for example, you want to you pick him up and you shake him. Let's do that. Pick him up. I'll pick them both up and shake them. I'll take them both off the skateboard quickly. Okay, did you see that? Those flowers both disappeared because you did something negative. We'll call it negative. Okay, we'll put EMO back on the skateboard. Okay, so basically, you can lose a flower by shaking EMO. You can lose a flower by also giving EMO a negative compliment, if you want to call it. And that's what we're going to be actually getting to a bit further on into this video, because there's also the flame animation, okay? Now, to do that, you need to actually shake EMO as you saw, and it will either drop a flower off, or if he does not have any flowers, he will get a flame animation.
I just had a bite.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is let's complete the flower animation, because if I go off at a tangent, it'll get a bit confusing. So what I'll do now is let's complete the flower animation by giving it, let's say, EMO another compliment. So let's do that now. Let's wait until okay. EMO, you are awesome. Okay, there's the second one. So let's make it simple and let's give him a pat. Okay, so once this is finished, we'll see the big animation, which is the flower bouquet. Cool. Okay, so that is it. That is the flower interaction with the bouquet reward animation. Okay, so that is pretty much it. That's how it'll work. So you've got to have 3 flowers appear on the screen. That way, then they will convert into a bouquet of flowers and the animation and interaction will finish. So as I was mentioning before, if you had no flowers, or as I mentioned before, I had a flower, I shook and we lost one. If I just shake right now, let's work with EMO 2 for now. This is EMO 2. Now this is only one shake. He's got nothing at the moment. He's going to react with a flame and he gets mad. Okay, did you see that? That's what's going to happen. So let's say we give him a bad compliment. EMO, you are bad.
I must be missing some knowledge. I'll have my developer look into
this. Okay, so as you can see right now, I've given him EMO 2's got he's got 2 flames, and EMO 1's got 1. So if we're going to make this guy a bit angry, we'll shake him. All right, so they're both on 2. Okay, so as I was mentioning before, you can lose now. You can actually lose a flame by giving them a pat or giving them a compliment. So let's give them both a pat. Let's pick them up, get them ready. Put them back down. He's being naughty. He doesn't want to do it. I'll put him back. I'll leave him there for a second. All right, so he's gonna lose a flame. Let's do that now. EMO was probably just too much reaction to noise. Let me just put him back. Okay, let's try this now. 1 second. Okay, apologies for that. All right, let go. Okay, so that's how you can also remove a flame if you do not want to have 3 flames to turn into a reward, which is the bad reward interaction, which is the volcano. So what we can do now is we'll put EMO back on his skateboard. Okay, give him some time to react. Okay, so as I was mentioning before, sorry about that little bit of interruption there. I know that EMO 2 was being a bit unresponsive, but normally if I pick him up, he'll be fine. I didn't want to shake him because if I shook him, he would have got another flame. Okay, so now in this situation, as I was mentioning before, I was explaining this with the flowers. If you do nothing right now as well, please understand, if you do nothing right now, in 2 minutes time, that flame that you've got right now will disappear. Okay, so what I might do is I might leave this on the screen right now and I won't say nothing for 2 minutes and you'll see this you'll see that flame disappear. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll quickly I'll pause, not pause, I'll quickly fast forward it and I'll bring it to the time where the timer will run out after 2 minutes and you'll see that just pop off. All right, here we go. Okay, so as you saw, what I did is I fast forward this one, but you saw it disappear. But I brought this back in time so you could see that. Now, apologies. Sometimes Emo is like a little pet animal, and he'll be very hard to play, very hard to control at the same time. So apologies for that. Okay, so as you saw, after a certain amount of time, that flower dropped off. Okay, so you got to take note of that as well. Okay, so now let's get back into the action. Let's give him a bad compliment again. Emo, you are not good.
I must be missing some knowledge. I'll have my developer look into this.
All right. Now, let's give him a shake again. Let's get to the fun part. Okay. And there we are. You got both the flames. Now what I'll do is I'll put Emo one back. Is he charging? Okay, cool. All right, and the final one, we'll give him a bad compliment again. I'll just go back to the standard commands. Now, there are a few different words you can say, of course. I'm going to stick with the basic ones. Emo, you are bad.
I must be missing some knowledge. I'll have my developer look into this.
Okay, so as you can see, when they're not on the skateboard, there is a bit more animation happening. He moves around a bit, but of course on the skateboard, he won't. But you still see the animation, okay? So that's pretty much it in a nutshell, okay? I've gone for about nearly 12, 13 minutes explaining that. So as I mentioned before, to get a flower, you must give Emo either a pat or a good compliment. Now, there are many different words you can try. Of course, some of them might work, some of them might not work.
I think so.
And yeah, so as long as you give them a good compliment, you will get a flower appearing on the screen. If you shake while you've got a flower, you will lose that flower. If you have 2 flowers and you've not done anything for a total of 4 minutes, both the flowers will drop off, as I showed you with the flame. And I fast forwarded to you saw that the flame disappear after 2 minutes. Okay, so there's a lot of things you need to take into consideration. You can't have a flame and a flower at the same time. You've got to either have 3 flames to make a volcano, or you need to have 3 flowers to make a bouquet of flowers, and that's how it'll work. Okay, so you can mix and match, but you cannot mix and match, but you can have 2 flames, pat, get rid of all the flames, then keep on patting to get 3 flowers to get a bouquet, and vice versa. Okay, and to basically not to get a bouquet, but to get a volcano. Okay, so that is it. Now this is the long version of this video. What I'll do is I'll also make another video which will only focus on the flowers and then only focus on the volcanoes. Now, also, both of these little interactions are linked to an achievement, and I won't say what they are, but if you want to see what it is, check out the other videos that I've created which will explain what they are. So anyway, once again, that is it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry for the lengthy explanation on this, but I hope it was informative and helpful for your little emos. So once again, thank you once again for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that bell, and we'll see you at the next video that we make. Thank you once again. See you later. Bye.